The Cosmetics Regulation. It's a new EU law that was published in December 2009. It affects all companies that manufacture or import into the European Union, and it came into force on January the 11th this year. Dr. Annelie Struessmann has been dealing with regulatory affairs since 1994. She has more than 30 years of experience to draw on as one of the experts at the Cosmetic Seminar on the new European regulation on cosmetic products.
Characteristics of this new regulation is that it is recast from the old Cosmetics Directive, and the EU Commission considers a recast a technique where a directive is changed into a regulation, and at the same time major amendments are made to the provisions of the old one. The legal procedure of changing a directive into a regulation has as a consequence that we now have a common code of law in Europe. Before, or it is the principle of a directive that it needs to be translated into national legislation by the now 27 member states of the EU. And so there may be slight differences in interpretation, although the basic level is similar in all. There are different interpretations, and as such, we ended up before with 27 legal frameworks from the different national states. Now we have a common piece of regulation in Europe, and means everybody that is involved is faced with the same, absolutely same provisions. And as a consequence, also the notification procedure will be centralized and will be changed into an electronic platform where everybody has to notify the cosmetic products. When regulation changes and with the amendment of processes, of course, there is always a cost implication. I see a major contribution here from, for example, the role of a responsible person that has been introduced with this new regulation. A responsible person is a human or a legal body that is responsible for the compliance with all provisions of the regulation and has as such ensure the safety of cosmetic products.
But what can the visitor expect from this seminar?
I will take the theoretical part where I will give an overview on all the new provisions and details of the cosmetics regulation. Additionally, we will have two sections where we will go into a practical approach. This is A, where it's dealing with the safety assessment. Here, Dr. Werner Schuh of Henkel, Germany, will give a presentation where he will introduce the provisions, the requirements from the new regulation, and additionally, the approach which has been elaborated by members of the cosmetics industry in Germany in collaboration with the Chemical Society, DGK, and the Industry Association, IKW. The other area we will focus in depth to is the area of the animal testing ban. And here, Chris Newsom will present the opinion of the European Federation for Cosmetic Ingredients, FC. The animal testing and marketing ban had been introduced by the 7th Amendment of the Cosmetic Directives and has been fully resumed by the new regulation. And Chris Newsom will give practical approaches on how to deal with this specific piece of regulation.
And finally, who should be taking an interest in this?
I consider the participants that are addressed here in first hand the decision makers that have to comply the resources for regulatory affairs. Of course, all members of the regulatory affairs departments of the two industries, cosmetics and supplier industries. Then the safety assessors, be it toxicologists, chemists or others, and also marketing people and sales people, because it will provide them the criteria for their professional decisions or for their consumer interactions. So we're in a transitional phase, and we have to use that in order to get prepared for all the work that needs to be done to meet compliance.